Jussie Smollett says the Netflix doc that's coming out on him will reveal the real story of his 2019 case. With a Netflix documentary about the alleged hate crime hoax dropping later this month. That's what he was accused of. That's what he's convicted of. Actor Jussie Smollett and singer says the public still doesn't know what really happened. The Empire actor told Variety that he didn't stage the 2019 Chicago attack that we all know about, the one that police accused him of faking. Smollett, of course, was found guilty of that. Nonetheless, in 2021, specifically, he was charged and convicted of filing a false police report. But his conviction was overturned last year after serving just 6 days in jail. Was it overturned? I feel like it was more complicated than that. But my point isn't about the adjudication of the case. It's about the documentary. And the doc from the team behind the Tindler Swindler. Remember that? Y'all see that? Smollett blames the Chicago Police Department and former Mayor Rahm Emanuel, claiming that he was framed as a distraction from other scandals going on in Chicago. Now, Chicago does have a share of scandals, so a good distraction would be helpful. He also compared his treatment to Michael Jackson's, saying, I saw firsthand how narratives are built. So I know a lot of you have strong feelings about Jussie Smollett. I know a lot of you agree with him, disagree with him, believe him, don't believe him, what have you. And I did one of the few, if not the only, one-on-one interviews with Jussie. It's right here on the channel. You should go check it out. Defund the police says it wasn't overturned. That's right. I didn't think the conviction was overturned. I thought it wasn't like, yeah. I feel a duty now to find the answer to that before we get off. Oh, it was overturned. I should always trust my team because they always be right, especially Princess. The Illinois Supreme Court has overturned a conviction against actor Jussie Smollett, who prosecutors accused of staging a racist and homophobic attack against himself in 2019. That was from the BBC. I see, yes. The state Supreme Court sided with Jussie Smollett's attorneys back then in 2019, who argued in their appeal that Smollett should not have been charged by a special prosecutor after the Cook County State Attorney's Office dropped charges in exchange for community service. I remember that now. Yes, that's true. And the argument at the time, and I shared it, was that same thing with Bill Cosby, right? It's not about whether you did it or not. It's about the fact that you can't make plea agreements, agree to them, to terms, and then later on decide to do something different. It amounts to double jeopardy. That's the reason why it's not constitutionally passing muster. But again, my point's not about his conviction. It's about the story. There are people who have such a deep investment in the Jussie Smollett story, and I'm always fascinated by why. I'm fascinated by the people who don't trust police, don't believe in police, acknowledge the criminal justice system as fake, will fight to free Tory Lanez and R. Kelly and Diddy. But now, when it comes to Jussie Smollett, they're like, oh, the police said it, I believe it, that settles it. There are also people who believe, and this is my opinion, that this was a case of just overreach and over prosecution. Again, forget about innocence or forget about whether he's lying or not. If the police locked up everybody they thought lied on a police report or filed a false police report, be a line down the street. Then there are the people who don't believe him and who do believe him and believe that this is all a big hoax. I mean, all a big scandal, as Jussie's arguing in the Netflix documentary, that will be exposed. The truth will come out. I do believe at some point, whether through this doc or later on or sooner than that or whatever, the truth will come out. The truth will come out. I like Jussie Smollett. I know Jussie Smollett. And I have a relationship with Jussie Smollett. So, I want to be transparent about that. I've had the conversation with him about his innocence and guilt off the record. And he hasn't said anything. There's no smoking gun. I don't have any deep secrets. I'll just say he has maintained his innocence. And I am not particularly interested in the innocence or guilt of Jussie Smollett as much as I'm interested in how the criminal legal system has played a role in this, and what I would consider an outsized role in this. There's just so many more things that Henry Jackson just said it. There's so many more important concerns. I'm focused on being that I live in. Washington does not allow me the bandwidth to think about Jussie Smollett. Right. That's what I'm kind of saying. Like, this is an interesting place for so many people to invest their time. People have their own opinions and beliefs on it. That's up to them. I'm not here to litigate or relitigate the Jussie Smollett case, because I don't think it matters. I think it's just a question of what this case and what the story says about the bigger issue of policing in this country. Anna Botham said kind of what I'm thinking a little bit. CPD overstepped in vengeance, didn't build up enough evidence. Once again, cops being lazy. I think that's all true. Again, innocence or guilt aside, what did the CPD, Chicago Police Department, do? And did they operate appropriately? These are the questions that I think we have to ask. These are things that I think we need to wrestle with.